This is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay, Grand Theft Auto 5, and this is one of the latest and greatest, newest games, is it not?
No, it's actually pretty old.
All right, so what's the point of this game? Well, there I am. Now I feel a certain kind of connection and like ethical responsibility here. Oh, well, Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Was that a bad guy or was just a random civilian I just shot for no reason?
That was a guy just strolling like you.
Well, he looked like he was up to no good, frankly. So how do I steer so that I don't look drunk? Oh,
Use the right stick to steer. Push triangle.
Oh, what? Who just shot me? The cops?
Yeah, it was the police.
Whoa, this Daily Wire versus gamers thing is spiraling out of control, and in an attempt to bring us back from the brink, but also be fair and balanced, I want to address what happened last night because there were some leaked messages that do not make Daily Wire look very good at all, as they were looking like they were trying to take advantage of Mark Kern, the former Blizzard employee. It's nuts. But I want to first start with a very quick word, not an ad, about infighting. Oftentimes when, I've been known to criticize, for example, Daily Wire in particular, really the only people I've ever had any real disagreements and things they say is like Shapiro and Walsh here and there. I think the perception ends up being that you hate these people or that you think they're wrong about everything. That's not how it works for me. It's a simple disagreement. It's nothing personal. It's not like I ever think about these gentlemen off the clock. It's not like I hate them. It's not like I think that you have to hate them. I don't think that you have to agree with everything I say. And quite frankly, you let me know in the comments when you do disagree. However, to be honest, I work really hard. I mean, for a YouTuber. But I mean, I work really hard to always be honest. And that means sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right, but I'm always honest. I think that's what you expect out of me as my viewers. And that's why I think, I've lasted as long as I have on this platform. I get how it makes you feel like, oh, I like Matt Walsh and Jeremy's, criticizing something he said. And I don't like that. I think that's totally normal. And I understand that. But I just want you to understand that I'm not telling you to feel a certain way. I don't think you have to like hate him or anything like that. I think my responsibility to you, my viewers, is to be honest and be authentic and not to quote unquote play ball. I don't get down with tribalism. I never have. It's, essentially what led to a lot of this SJW nonsense and gaming and all over the world. I don't play with tribalism. My responsibility is to you, my viewers, not to the Daily Wire, not to Steven Crowder, not to the left, not to you. You're the ones that, pay my bills. You're the ones that buy my delicious coffee brand coffee. So Matt Walsh has been getting dragged. I think people have kind of made their point in terms of Matt. Matt has long said he doesn't like video games, and he thinks the solution to video games getting woke is that everyone should quit video games. So gamers say, player, you don't like games anyway, why don't you just take it on down the road? Which I understand. I think that Matt Walsh's voice could be a powerful tool to, get more normies to know about this kind of stuff. But I would like Matt Walsh to maybe try like the literal bare minimum to understand that gaming is incredibly important. It's incredibly diverse. It's not just young men that play video games. It's pretty even actually, across the board between men and women. The types of games people play are pretty even across the board. There's a ton of educational value in video games. There's a ton of societal value in video games. There's a ton of community in video games. Gamers have gotten together and raised millions of dollars for charity, probably hundreds of millions or tens of millions of dollars over the years. The gaming community has done incredible things. Are there toxic people in gaming? Yes. Are there toxic people everywhere? Yes. Gaming is such a huge section of, the world. It doesn't care about race, age, gender. Everyone, at some point in their life has probably played video games some amount. And I think to use such a large group of people and a few outliers to paint them all as negative. It's why even when I talk about the left, when I'm talking about the left, I'm not talking about center left. I'm not talking about liberals. I'm not talking about classical liberals. I'm talking about communist, socialist, far left leftoids. That's why I have people who are Democrats and liberals who still watch my videos because they get it, right? It's not everybody. You don't want to paint with as broad of a brush, but that's what Matt Walsh has done. And so gamers don't like him interjecting his opinion into it because he has a long history of dismissing video games' value. Fine. Everyone's kind of said their piece on that. What side has said. Either Matt Walsh, I invite Matt Walsh to have a conversation, a good faith conversation with me. Give me like an hour of his time. We can stream it. We don't have to stream it. We can do it privately. We can do it publicly. I think I would like to make a case for why video games are not just kids stuff that men don't need to concern themselves with. I think that's cringe. I think that I'm not sure his opinions are rooted in fact, but that's neither here nor there. Last night, I guess an individual who goes by the name of Greg Ree, or I don't know what his full last name is. It doesn't really matter. He is previously the head writer for Tucker Carlson Tonight, and apparently he works for Daily Wire, either directly for Matt Walsh, or I'm not exactly sure what his capacity is at the Daily Wire, but he's their lawyer apparently, or something like that. After I interviewed Mark Kern from Blizzard, former Blizzard, lead dev on World of Warcraft, that clip kind of went viral. James Lindsay shared it. Elon Musk shared it. Matt Walsh used that clip in his video. These are all good things, my friends. All good things. Normies must also find out about the fight. That's how, that kind of pipeline to awakenness happens. Most people don't for example, the way I got kind of like my eyes opened, I don't like to say red pilled anymore, was I got, canceled essentially by the woke SJW community in Magic the Gathering. Most people don't go through that. Most people are taking little nuggets of information, like little Pac-Man nuggets through time, and then they eventually come to a conclusion. That's normal. So this guy emails Mark, and he says, "Hey, Matt," this is Matt Walsh, "covered Gamergate 2 and a clip of your recent interview on the show today." You mean on interview on the Quarterings channel? No big deal, whatever. "Elon just posted the monologue. Wanted you to know that we're very interested in this story. Please keep us in mind if you have anything to add or other ideas. Thanks a lot for your work." I'm not. They're asking Mark Kern to work for him, or they're probably mad that Mark went on other people's shows and he didn't go running to the Daily Wire. Mark Kern is not a guy that is a political commentator. He's not looking for political clout. This is not what he wants to do. He's a game developer, right? He also wrote, thanks also for your work on StarCraft. My lock sound on my Tesla is the siege tank sound. So it's obviously struck a chord with me. Mark Kern replies, "Awesome, I have some ideas." And then immediately the conversation turns because he lightly criticized Matt Walsh. This guy has a meltdown and says, "I see you want to wage a piss fight instead. So stupid." To which Mark replies, Matt said what he said about video games. I'm assuming that they're bad or that they cause real life bad behavior or that they're pointless. I'm asking him to be open-minded. Now you're swearing at me. To then Greg, he immediately, this shows how two-faced these people are. He immediately went from slobbing him off. "Oh, come on to the Daily Wire. We want to work with you. Come on. We want to have an interview with you." I've known Mark for a lot of years, right? It's always been a two-way street. He's welcome to come on my show anytime he wants, and I'm happy to promote anything that he's working on. I know he's been working on Ember for a while. That's how it works, right? This guy is so fake that a light jab about Matt Walsh, dumping on gamers, this guy has a meltdown. You wrote a snide comment. Really stupid comment, too. You didn't ask him to be open-minded. What a joke. Mark replies, sure I did. Read my next tweet. To which he then goes, the other guy has a complete, again, this guy seems totally well-balanced and not like an SJW leftoid. It's not a secret that Matt doesn't like games. He mentions that repeatedly in his monologue. That doesn't preclude him from talking about the issue. You suggested it did. This is obnoxious, counterproductive, and stupid. To which Mark Kern calmly replies, this is not convincing me that the Daily Wire is not being opportunistic when you so easily jump to insulting me. All right, buddy, you're a victim here, right? Take care. Yo! Yo! And then he goes on a blocking spree. Blocks Lauren Chen, blocks me, blocks Mark Kern, blocks everybody. Greg then, before he blocks, he goes on a meltdown spree. He says the coverage of ESG and SBI's influence in gaming to push DEI is what's finally getting mainstream attention. And I don't see why it's controversial to say that games are incredibly popular with kids and propagandize them. He's forgetting about the fact that Matt Walsh's solution to all this is not to fix gaming, but to quit gaming. Your comment essentially is projection. You are accusing Matt of being puritanical. Dude, he is. Even he would tell you that. Weirdo. You're accusing, while at the same time trashing anyone who doesn't recite the precise history of Gamergate or that you feel is all important. One of the reasons mainstream publications don't bring more attention to the issue is how childish and frankly dumb a lot of gamers are. On all sides, you're a good example of the problem. Dude, this guy is definitely an SJW, you know? Then he replies to me when I make fun of Matt. Posts like this prove his points. This space is dominated by so many stupid people that they can't even comprehend the content of a 20-second clip. But guys, Daily Wire totally cares about gaming. So what's happening? Well, a lot of people are canceling their subscription. Cancel my membership, picking a fight with members was a final straw. Voting with my wallet, hopes that you make a change. And there's a lot of people in this thread. Here's another one. I just submitted mine. Canceled. Other. Matt Walsh's comments about gamers. I saw dozens of these. People quitting, paying Daily Wire money. And you see here, since Matt Walsh got criticism of his anti-video game stance on how he handled the segment on Sweet Baby Inc., one of his producers has been having a Gamergate-level meltdown. Within the past few hours, Greg has demeaned Mark Kern, blocked the quartering, blocked D-Day Cobra, and called gamers childish and stupid. And I put here, too, gamers are all man-children and jealous of Matt Walsh. That's why they're poking fun of him. That's what he said. Chris Brunette, or whatever, has been in my comments simping for Matt Walsh, writing, there are no serious adults in the gaming industry. It's all man-children all the way down. This one is clearly dragging Matt into the drama to maximize attention. When people accuse me of clout chasing, like, bro, I get 20 million views a month. I'd like to see what Matt's numbers are. I'm not saying I'm bigger, but I'm saying I'm definitely not clout chasing off this guy. I do just fine. And guess what? I don't work for somebody else. I'm my own man. I did it on my own. I didn't have Daily Wire pumping millions of dollars in advertising my stuff either. So then Greg says, yep, once Elon posted Matt's monologue, they, gamers, got all offended that their hobby was being covered by someone who doesn't play games. It's not that he doesn't play games, it's that he's actively disparaged gamers and gaming. Also, likely a lot of jealousy. Jealousy of what, bro? Then this other Chris Burnett guy again says, he has 6 young children and works long hours. I don't think he has much time for fun hobbies. That could be another vector of envy they have. That he has kids? These guys have his D so far down their throat. I can't even imagine how he breathes. And then, of course, G Prime. Dan, I'm sorry, but Matt not only invented video games, but he also invented video games journalism. You know, of course, Matt Walsh's old tweets about video games coming up. You know, then here he called me a grifter. The guy that sells $15 chocolate bars to own the libs calls me a grifter. Twitter becomes so much better when grifter accounts like yours are blocked. Talking to me, by the way. You know, if you've got newfound money from leaving Daily Wire, you can always try my Roaster's Choice Club, which is 50% off your first month. You get a signed thank you letter from me, which is, I'm sure Daily Wire doesn't do that. You also get a sweet Coffee Brand Coffee Challenge coin, and you can get a whole bean or ground. This guy is making Daily Wire look very bad and costing Daily Wire a lot of subscriptions when we should be on the same team on this issue. But I think we're just, just read this thread. These two sound like Swifties defending their queen against the hater. I don't think Matt's going to sleep with them for white knighting, but you never know. I mean, like, it's so weird. Oh my God. What a bizarre way to end the week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you have a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.